Hi, we're your hosts. I'm Jeff.
I'm Kate. Welcome to Classic Car TV. With Classic Car TV. We're here today at Pops and we've got some really exciting cars here. And we also have Bruce, who's an owner of a Bel Air. It is a gorgeous car. Tell us, first of all, when did you acquire this and then when did you restore it?
Well, I bought it in 1980. I had it stored for a couple of years, then it took me 9 years to finish it.
Oh wow.
So I had it on the road in 92, but I've been changing stuff ever since, you know.
So let's talk about some of the things you've changed on the car.
Okay, I've got a 383 stroker with Edelbrock aluminum heads.
Ooh.
I got rack and pinion steering. I've got billet aluminum hood hinges. Those were pretty costly.
I was going to say those look very nice too.
Yeah. Got a 700 R4 transmission.
Ooh.
Narrowed 12-bolt rear end. Just a lot of little stuff, you know.
Well, I was going to
major stuff.
Well, all the little stuff adds up, though.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, when you look at it, it just is so pristine looking, and I mean, I love all the chrome that you put into it too.
Yeah, I put a lot of chrome into it.
So, what do you love most about this car?
Well, I like driving it. I like showing it off. You know. Well, another thing is I put airbag suspension on it, you know, so I can raise it and lower it.
Yeah, I noticed it's definitely a low rider.
Like that.
Yeah, it's definitely a low rider. But I mean, seeing the Chevy Bel Air, I mean, it's a 1956. And so what were some key features of why you chose a 56?
I like the chrome on the side. It's split perfect for a two-tone paint job. Mm-hmm. You know, because I've had 5, 6, and 7s. I've had all 3 years.
Got it.
But I like the way it splits there for a two-tone paint job.
Definitely, because I noticed there are some different features depending upon the year that you choose for a Bel Air.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the interior too, and what you've done to go ahead and restore that.
It didn't have any interior whatsoever when I bought it.
Oh.
I took some hard top seats and cut them and welded them.
Oh wow.
And to actually get a front seat, because back then, you know, everybody took them out and put bucket seats in.
Exactly.
So I had a real hard time finding the seat. I had to buy another 56 to get the front seat out of it and sell it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about a diehard right here, right in our very midst. You're like, I'm restoring this, come hell or high water.
Yeah, it was a pile of rust when I got it. Like I said, no interior. Fenders were worthless. Had holes all over, you know, and holes all over the floor.
You've done an amazing job.
My wife said it looked like something you'd find out in the field with the cows eating out of it.
Oh, definitely. But now you would never know that, especially if you look at the gears, if you look at everything. I mean, it is just in pristine shape. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah, steering wheel looks like the stock one, but it's a reproduction that's smaller.
Oh, okay.
Because the originals are huge.
Yeah. And definitely, so it's coming up on you. Well, do you want to show us a little, do you want to show off your car a little bit? Maybe a little raising and lowering?
Yeah.
Okay, we'd love to see it. Oh yeah. Check that out. Thank you so much, Bruce.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on Classic Car TV. We're excited to showcase this.
Well, I'm excited to see it.
Any last things you want to tell our listeners and our viewers about your car?
Just that I love it.
And we love it too. So thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back with more. Hi, welcome welcome back to Classic Car TV. I'm your host, Cate Allen, and I'm here with Mike. And we have his 1959 Nash Metropolitan.
Right.
With the nickname Tinkerbell.
Right.
So do you want to tell us where Tinkerbell, where that came from?
Well, I was always tinkering with her because I've had her since 1984, and I was always tinkering with it. So I called her Tinker, and then I figured, well, Tinkerbell.
It sounds appropriate.
It is appropriate.
So talk to us about this Nash. I mean, I realize, first of all, it's an import, so it's from England,
Right.
but you have fully restored this.
Yeah, right.
So what do you love about it?
Get great gas mileage, gets 35, 40 miles per gallon.
Did you hear that? 35, 40 miles per gallon. Is it diesel?
No, it's just a little Boston A40 engine that Mitt Romney wanted to, well, Mitt Romney's dad, it was his concept. But when this guy was running for president,
Yeah.
he was president of AMC then, and he wanted an economy car, so he didn't want to retool for a small body, so he contracted with Fisher Ludlow of England to make the bodies and paint them, and then they'd put them on a pallet and ship them over to Austin, and Austin would put the running gear. And then they'd stick them on a boat, and then the boat would bring them to us.
Well, I gotta say, I love this car.
Thank you, I do too. Matter of fact.
I would love to drive it. It's in looking
You
at
wanna
it.
go for a ride, little girl?
I would love to go for a ride. In fact, I'm going to take you up on that. But tell us about the other aspects. What do you love about it? I mean, I love the body. I love just the interior. I love how it looks. I mean, it just seems like this is the perfect car.
Not quite.
Not quite the perfect car?
It's not good for freeways, but for runabout, that's basically what it is a grocery getter.
Around town?
A suburban car, so the lady of the house could go grocery shopping and stuff like that. And when you see the back seat, you'll notice that it's really tiny.
Yeah, let's check out the back seat where you throw the kids.
The 59 is the first year they come out with a trunk lid and the wing windows. And before that, you had to undo that little lock back there, fold the seat down, get back there and try and get your jack and lug wrench out.
Oh.
Just getting in the back seat's a real
Challenge.
son of a gun.
Yeah.
Challenge, that's a good way to put it. So they just came up with this, which is a good idea.
I love it. I love the body. I love the size. It just seems like a really fun car to drive around town.
It's a hoot, yeah. Well, everybody notices it because it's the only one that comes to car shows. So.
Oh, definitely.
And I'm one of those show-offs, so
Okay.
I don't mind it.
Well, let's take it for a spin. Let's check it out.
You want to go?
Yeah, let's do it. Hi, welcome to Classic Car TV. I'm your host, Cate Allen, and I'm here with Rusty, who is the owner of this Chevy 3100 1953.
Correct.
And this has been a labor of love. You've had this car for how long?
Since 1976.
Since 1976. And you have restored so much, and you're restoring even more.
Yes, it's an ongoing project.
Okay, so let's talk about the engine first of all.
Okay.
Tell us about the engine. What do you have in here?
It's a 1964 327 Chevrolet small block that I had bored 30 thousandths over on the cylinders to clean them up. It runs a forged steel crank. It runs forged piston rods. Runs TRW forged pistons that are 10 1/4 to 1 compression. It runs what they call, in the common vernacular, fuelie heads. Okay?
Yeah.
They originally came out on the small block Chevys that ran the Rochester fuel injection. And what they have is larger exhaust valves, and they have small combustion chambers, so that ups your compression, gives you more horsepower and better breathing. Okay.
So ultimately, you have some. How much horsepower do you have with this?
I've never had it dynoed, but I estimate it at about 350 horsepower.
Really, for 1953? I mean, that's pretty good if you ask me.
It'll push the old truck down the road.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. He'll definitely get down the road. So I can tell that you've restored so many things, but one of the things that I love is the interior. And I want to go ahead and talk about one of the features that you bought aftermarket.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and check that out.
Sure.
Okay, so inside, I can see that basically everything is original.
Correct.
And then you have this one special feature that's aftermarket. Tell us about what that is.
Well, back when visors were in vogue for older vehicles like this, it's the visors to keep the sun out. It obstructs your view of overhead stoplights. So when you would pull up to a stoplight, you had no way of seeing when the red light turned green.
So you're crouching down.
So you're having to bend down to look under your visor. So somebody invented this device that's basically a prism, okay? And it shows the stoplight overhead without having to bend down, and you can actually see when the light turns green, okay? And so it's just, it's a nice little device to keep you from getting a crick in your neck.
Oh, definitely. Well, I think it's awesome. And I love seeing everything that's so original in there.
Well, the steering column isn't original. That's out of a 72 Chevy truck.
Okay.
It's a tilt wheel.
But when you look at all the gears, when I check out all of those are all original, right?
Oh yes, yeah. The gauges and basically the dash is all original. The radio,
Other than the tape deck, yeah.
is an aftermarket, but it fits in the original position that the original radio would have.
Okay.
I've tried to keep the interior as original as I can, but still updated a little bit.
Yeah.
They like to call these kinds of things, I believe, resto rods.
Yeah.
Because they look original, but they're not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've got a few hidden perks under the hood.
Oh yeah.
Well, Rusty, we want to thank you so much for joining us on Classic Car TV.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for more. Hi, welcome to Classic Car TV. I'm your host, Cate Allen, and I'm here with Pete, who is the owner of the Chevy Corvair 1964. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you.
So, talk to us about your Corvair.
Okay, I bought this particular car in 1988 out in California. It's just a unique little car. They built almost $2 million, and then they changed the body style in 1965. If you know what a 1967 Camaro looks like, look at the body, the fender lines, and they're the exact duplicate of the early model Corvette. What really hurt us is when Ford came out with the Mustang in '64. We couldn't compete with the horsepower and the sporty looks of it, and it's a great little car.
So let's talk about a couple of the features with this particular Corvair.
Okay.
I know that you've rebuilt a lot of it,
Right.
and then also the engine, it's, you know, not in your typical place.
No, and this engine here is actually not the original engine, it's a crate engine.
Oh, okay.
My original engine was getting kind of tired, so
You had to ramp it up.
I ramp it up a little. And
Let's check out the interior really quick. It looks like most of it is original.
yeah, the dashboard, I keep it covered so the sun is original, it's not cracked. The back seat is original. We've replaced the seats, the carpeting, and the door panels.
Nice.
And then, of course, the convertible boot that goes over it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a white top, which is nice. The car, when I had the engine drivetrain out the first time, the car, I found what was left in a shipping slip from Detroit, from Willow Run in Ypsilanti.
Oh, wow.
The car was built or shipped on the 19th of November, 1963. And so the engine, the original engine was built on the 11th. That's the date. They would stamp dates on the engines. This is a 4-speed.
Yeah.
The only thing I've changed on it is the radio. AM
Otherwise, you can tell everything's original.
Right. The shifting is changed. It cuts. What we did is we did different housing, and it shifts in half instead of a long throw.
Got it.
And then I put dual exhaust on it, and that's all the modifications I've done. I like to leave them stock.
Thanks for joining us here on Classic Car TV.
Okay, thank you.
We'll be back with more in just a minute.
Thanks for watching tonight's episode.
Join us next week for another great show with Classic Car TV.